So last question in wrapping up, let's talk a little bit about work from home policies. And for business owners, are there policies that they should have in place, or are there things that the business owners should be doing that people may not be thinking about?
Yeah, I think the three of us talked a little bit recently about if you're customer facing, if you're having to make a video call to a customer, I think one of the policies is how you're dressed, how do you look, and do you get up and put the uniform on, as one of you said before, and some of us, that's important. That's part of my daily routine, right? Is get up, get showered, eat, and put the uniform on. And for others, it's like, oh, I'm working from home. I can put my T-shirt on. I don't necessarily have to have a shower right first thing. I can take my time. I can be, casual about it all. And I think setting a policy where, no, when you're working from home, you're working from home, and we're a professional company, and we prefer you to be to look professional. And so I think that's one policy that is something that we've perhaps not been as strict on as we could have done, but at least we're pushing that and trying to make that happen.
Technical events can occur too, and you should think about in advance how you want to respond to them. And we have had plenty of situations where somebody's working from home and Comcast goes down for them, and they're offline literally for 45 minutes. Okay, what does that mean? Are you going to make them come into the office? I'm 40 minutes away from the office. Is it worth the time to physically drive down there when you don't know when it's going to come back up? Thinking through these types of events so that when your employees bump into them, they know how to respond is probably wise. And, this isn't directly policy, but working from home requires, from a management standpoint, a little bit of patience too. I mean, I've been in the middle of meetings like this, and all of a sudden an employee's going like this because FedEx is knocking at the door, dropping off a package, and they get up and they go pick it up and they bring it in, they come back into the meeting. Or the wife is walking through the kitchen, banging pots and making noise or whatever. And you can have interruptions working from home that you don't typically have that requires patience. Everyone needs to kind of embrace that.
Well, and now more so than ever, right? I mean, a good portion of the workforce is now homeschooling. We have distance learning and we have kids at home. And this was our first week of distance learning, and we had some unexpected challenges. There were technical things that didn't work the way that they were supposed to work, and the kids needed help navigating through some of that stuff. And so you have more interruptions than you would typically have. And as leaders, we just have to be patient and understanding of those things, and a little more flexible than we might naturally want to be.
Yeah, flexible. That's the word, right? Especially with work from home. I mean, we talked about, how some staff just love this idea of being able to get up in their jammies and plug away at a particular project or a job, and they're just by themselves and they're just working at the computer and plugging away. And they may start at 7:00, but then at 9:00 they got to get the kids up and getting ready and so forth. And so, as long as they're doing their job, and it's okay. And so having that little bit of flexibility I think is a good word in working from home policy. Some engineers like to work into the evening. Maybe they need to run some errands. Maybe they need to go and get a doctor's appointment if they can, or dentist or whatever during the day. And now they've got that flexibility. Well, I can finish this later. I don't have to do it right now. I can run those errands, or I can get those kids ready, or I can chat to the wife when she comes in, or the husband when they come in, and so forth. So flexibility.
Which means measuring, is the job getting done? If there's going to be flexibility, you still have to measure performance. And if you find that there's a performance problem or something isn't getting done, it doesn't mean the whole framework is broken. It might mean that you need to intervene with one individual who's struggling with work from home. Don't break the machine because you've got
a personnel issue.
Exactly.